Today was day 6 in Tokyo, and good news, we are finally adjusted to our sleep schedule. The first day we woke up at like 2 a.m., then it was 4 a.m., then it was 6 a.m. Today we slept into almost 8 o'clock, so it's been a good trip, and we are finally almost adjusted. So what did we do today? We did a couple different things. When we woke up this morning, the first thing we did is we headed over to an area of Tokyo called Shibuya. So today, me and Calvin are in Shibuya.
Is that the new city?
That's Shibuya. This is the city, yeah. And
Wait, we're in a new city? This is where our other hotel is?
no.
Oh.
Shibuya is famous for a couple different reasons. First off, it has what's called the Shibuya Scramble, which is this big crosswalk intersection. But it's most famous for the Shibuya Crossing, which is the busiest intersection pedestrian crossing in the world. So we're going to go walk across it, and then we're going to go to a Starbucks, which has a second floor that you can overlook it and watch from. So we're going to go there right now. We're able to walk across there, and then we headed up to the Starbucks that's right there. At the Starbucks, there's this big window where you can see and look down at the crosswalk and see all the people walking across. When I recorded the footage, it was pretty early in the morning. When we went back to the station later to leave around like 1 o'clock, it was way more crowded, so my videos don't even do it justice. All right, so now that we had a little bit of breakfast, we are going to Mega Don Quixote. Don Quixote is a chain of like convenience stores. It's like CVS meets grocery store meets Macy's, and apparently it's very popular and people load up their suitcases with stuff from there. So we're gonna go check it out and see what we can find. And the one that we went to is the Mega Don Quixote, which means that it was 7 floors tall. We did a ton of shopping. I honestly didn't think that I was going to spend that much money there, but I did.
Don, 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 donkey, donkey,
I would show you everything that we got, but when you're in Japan, one of the things that they do is some stores are tax-free for non-citizens. So you show your passport, and then you don't have to pay tax on those items. However, those items you are not supposed to use while you are in Japan, right? Because they're for you to bring back to your home country. So what they do is they take everything you buy and they put it in these plastic bags so that you cannot use them. So I've got 4 or 5 of these giant plastic bags. Spoiler alert, if you're one of my karate students, one of the things that I bought was like 200 Kit Kats. So they have all these unique flavors, like cheesecake and strawberry jam and things like that. So karate students, you'll get to try those pretty soon. After going to Don Quixote, we met up with one of my friends for the last time. We met up at the Hachiko statue. Hachiko was this dog that stood outside the Shibuya station for a long time, for many, many years. So there's a big monument to him, and you'll find lots of dogs all around Shibuya in honor of him. But me and my friend Gabe and his wife, we went to Shibuya Parko, which is a big department store. And in that department store, 2 main things we wanted to see, which was the Nintendo store and the Pokemon Center. We didn't spend too much time in the Pokemon Center. It was pretty much the same as the other Pokemon Center we went to. The big highlight is they have the giant life-size Mewtwo and his little medical capsule at the front of the store, so that was really cool to see. The Nintendo store was very, very crowded as well, but we got a couple things there. I didn't record a lot of it because we had 2 giant bags from Don Quixote that I was carrying around, so it was hard to keep track of Calvin and record at the same time. But I can show you what we got. A couple things I'm really excited we got. Calvin picked out a water bottle. It's got the 4 mascots there of Mario, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and Link, so he's got that. He also got one of the little pig enemies from Zelda, so he's got that now. He was very excited about that. And the thing that I was really excited about is one of the things that I'm planning on getting here while I'm in Japan is the Japanese versions of the NES and the Super Nintendo, which are the Famicom and the Super Famicom. And then one day, eventually, I'd like to get a Genesis as well. One of the things I like to do is I like to use adapters to play those wirelessly. So you put the adapter in, and then you can connect a wireless controller. However, I want it to be authentic. So when I play my Famicom, I want to be able to use real Famicom controllers, which you got from Nintendo. These are wireless. You can only get them from Japanese Nintendo stores or Nintendo Online. So I got that. And then I also got the Mega Drive one. This is the controller for the Genesis. In Japan, it was called the Mega Drive. And the reason why this is special is because they released a US version of this, but it's the Genesis controller with only 3 buttons. The Japanese one has the 6-button layout. So one day when I get my Genesis, I will get to play with that. And I was going to get the Super Famicom controllers, but they were sold out of those, so we didn't get those. After that, we went out to lunch with my friend Gabe and then headed back to the hotel to drop off our 3 or 4 massive bags that we were carrying around with us all day. We took it easy for a couple hours, and then we decided to go out to Ueno. Ueno is an area of Tokyo that has a really big park. It's really, really beautiful. They have a lot of different museums there, and they have a zoo. The famous thing in the zoo is they have a giant panda. So all around Ueno, you'll see giant pandas, and they'll sell like giant panda pastries and things like that. Keep walking. Okay, you walk ahead of me.
Okay. Keep walking forward.
Just keep walking, yeah.
What's that statue of? What's that statue of? Honey?
I don't know.
Let's go see it.
And it was really nice just spending some time outside of the main city. Inside Tokyo, but outside of the city, walking around the trees and seeing different statues and monuments and things like that. And then when we left to walk back to the train, you literally have to go down this giant hill to descend back into the city. And it was just really beautiful and it was nice to see. So didn't record too much today, but it was definitely a fun day, a little more relaxing day. And we've got more planned for tomorrow. So tune back in.